Hey guys, it's LJ here from Smart Moms Plan Disney, and I'm here inside the Magic Kingdom, and I want to tell you about the dining, the sit down, otherwise known as table service dining that can be had inside Magic Kingdom. So the first one I'm going to tell you about is Tony's Town Square. And I think if you look up Tony's Town Square, you'll find mixed reviews out there. Some people will say, oh, I didn't like the food or whatever. But the experiences that I've had with Tony's have been amazing. Their food is great, it's Italian, and I've had nothing but good experiences at Tony's. So it's a really cool experience, and it's Lady and the Tramp themed. The next one that I want to tell you about is the Plaza. That's behind me here. The Plaza is a really great restaurant if you're off the dining plan. If you're on the dining plan, it's not the best use of a credit, but if you're off the dining plan, paying out of pocket is really great. You can share. It's a menu where you can pick and choose what you want. It's not, a fixed price menu. So often I'll just order one entree for my husband and one entree for my kids and maybe a appetizer or something for myself, and we'll just all kind of share. So it's a really great restaurant if you're on a budget, and the prices are good, and they also are attached to the Plaza ice cream store, and so you can order all of the Plaza ice cream inside the Plaza restaurant. So that's a really big plus in my opinion. The next one I'm going to tell you about is the Crystal Palace, which is a character meal. You can see Winnie the Pooh and friends at the Crystal Palace, and it's a buffet. So it's a fixed price meal. The food gets pretty good reviews, and every experience that I've had at the Crystal Palace has been good. Meeting Pooh, meeting Tigger, Eeyore, and Piglet. It's just super fun, and it's a great place to get out of the rain if it's raining at Magic Kingdom, and it's a really good reservation to score. You can get a bunch of characters all in one meal, and I highly recommend the Crystal Palace. The next one I'm going to tell you about is Skipper's over in Adventureland. It's a relatively new restaurant. I found the prices to be a little bit high when we were off the dining plan, so it's a really good meal to have when you're on the dining plan. And we did the deluxe plan over there, so we got appetizers as well as desserts, and it was very unique, interesting food. If I'm being honest, I don't think my kids enjoyed the experience very much because the food was so unique to them. So it wasn't something that they liked. My husband really loved the food there. But again, if you're on the dining plan, it's a good meal to have. And if you're off the dining plan, I would say probably skip it because it's one of the more expensive meals. The next one I'm going to tell you about is Liberty Tree Tavern, and that is over in Frontierland. And it is not a price fixed menu, so you can order, just one or two entrees and share with your party if that's what you want. And some of their entrees are big enough to do that, so that's a great idea. But their meals have more of like a home cooked feeling to them, and there's great food. Definitely a place that I would go back. In fact, I've been several times, so it's definitely a place that I would go back. And my kids love it too. Another one over in Frontierland is the Golden Horseshoe. And it is a price fixed. It's a family style meal, more expensive. Honestly, the service for us wasn't what we were expecting, but the food was really good. You can also see the parade from the front of the restaurant. So we were eating inside while the parade was going, and our kids went up and stood at the front of the restaurant and watched the parade, which was really cool, indoors and inside the air conditioning, and still have a pretty decent view of the parade. That's a definite plus. The next one is Be Our Guest. I know you've heard of Be Our Guest. I know you're trying to get score reservations to Be Our Guest. There's just so much going on for Be Our Guest. I just love it. Coming soon, dinner is going to change to a price fix, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive. It's going to be a 2-credit dinner, and the breakfast is already price fixed, so it's just the price that it is. You pick the entree and you pick your drink. Lunch is still a quick service meal at Be Our Guest, and their desserts are amazing, and they have the same desserts at lunch as they have at dinner. So you can go over for, score a lunch reservation and pay significantly less and still have some of those delicious desserts. Their lunch menu is a very similar menu to their dinner menu. It's just, a little bit smaller portions, and some things are a little bit different, but I would highly recommend that you book a lunch at Be Our Guest. And then last but not least, the final restaurant is inside the castle. It's called Cinderella's Royal Table. It's on the second floor of the castle. You actually have to go up the stairs, and a lot of people don't realize that there's a restaurant inside the castle. But there is. It's hard to get reservations, and of course it's going to be expensive. If you're paying out of pocket, it's a pretty expensive meal. And even when you're on the dining plan, it's expensive because you have to spend 2 credits to eat inside the castle. The food is so-so. It's good, but maybe not what you'd be expecting for such a high price tag, but the experience is not to be matched. You can see so much of Magic Kingdom, and it's such a different vantage point. Whenever I can score reservations at Cinderella's Royal Table, I do it, and I don't think twice about it, even though it's quite expensive. Those are the sit-down restaurants inside Magic Kingdom, and I hope this video helped you.